1, 2, 3, 4. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on.
I mean, I wouldn't go with good to go.
Ready-ish?
We're ready-ish.
Kind of, sort of.
Right.
Time to start this here little show called Mike and John Got It Going On. I'm Mike. He's John.
Brought to you by Firehouse Doors.
And they
I mean the show, not me personally.
Yeah, they don't want to claim that
No,
responsibility.
it's the whole thing.
The whole shebang.
Yeah.
Shebang. That's a fun word to say.
I hardly even know her. What?
I have news concerning our trivia question from
Oh.
last night. Tuesday night trivia, TNT.
And?
Approximately 50 people guessed.
Okay.
And I'm going to double check this, and then I'm going to have our assistant double check this
Right.
to see if we had a right answer, but I don't think we did.
Our question?
Our question was the question that we asked. That means I have to pull it. 24% of women say that a man who has this is more attractive than one who doesn't. What is it that this man has?
So approximately 1 out of 4 women say
Yeah,
a guy with this is more attractive.
this is true.
All right, we'll look at the... And I
We
know
might
the
have
answer.
to go out and get one of these.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We'll be the hottest podcast
Yes.
show
Sure.
in your basement.
Sure.
So we'll get to the answer in just a few minutes.
All right.
Also coming up today, we received a tip from a local viewer
Yeah.
that I don't know. Should I reveal what this? It's
It's an
a story
interesting guy with an interesting occupation. We'll leave it at that.
right here in
Yeah.
Livingston County.
Yeah, so we'll find out more.
It's news to us, and it'll be new to you too. We'll get to that after news. Brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
All right, here's what's going on. A local attorney who led a recall effort against 2 Brighton School Board trustees is accusing one of those trustees of filing a false police report against her. Attorney Sarah Cross, a district parent who organized the recall effort against Brighton Area Schools trustees John Conley and Bill Trombley, spoke at Monday night's school board meeting and alleged that Conley filed a false police report against her in an attempt to silence her efforts at the recall campaign. Cross says Conley contacted Brighton Area School Resource Officer Deputy Bill Schuster and claimed that a Scranton Middle School teacher told him she witnessed another teacher purposely prop open a door to the school so Cross could collect recall petition signatures. Cross denies that, saying that both the alleged witness and teacher had provided statements to police that never happened. She called it a blatant act of voter intimidation. Cross's presentation to the board came on the same day that Gigo News reported both Conley and Trombley were accused by the district itself of conspiring with members of the local Moms for Liberty chapter in a series of lawsuits that were filed against the district last December. Those lawsuits were eventually dropped. As for the recall, Cross says she's decided to place it on hold in light of this development out of concern for those who signed the petitions and that they might become targets for harassment. When asked about the situation, Livingston County Sheriff Mike Murphy confirmed for Gigo News an investigation was taking place into Cross's allegations, and once complete, it would be turned over to the prosecutor for a decision on whether any charges are warranted. Congresswoman Debbie Dingell's requested the Environmental Protection Agency get involved in a toxic chemical release of hexavalent chromium into the Huron River by Tribar Manufacturing in Wixom. Hexavalent chromium is a known carcinogen, can cause health issues when inhaled, ingested, or put in contact with the skin. In a letter sent Monday to EPA Region 5 Regional Administrator Deborah Shore, Representative Dingell asked for the EPA's direct involvement in the investigation. The Ann Arbor Democrat said that with an unknown amount of possibly toxic chemicals drifting downstream towards Ann Arbor's drinking water intake, there is growing alarm and uncertainty from downstream residents and across southeast Michigan. She then provided a list of questions regarding the spill, specifically if any action had been taken against Tribar to address or prevent future spills. While so far there have only been 3 samples out of nearly 150 that have come back with positive traces of the chemical, the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services continues to recommend people and pets avoid contact with the Huron River between North Wixom Road in Oakland County and Kensington Road in Livingston County. And step back in time during the 41st Annual South Lyon Depot Day, set for Saturday, September 10th. The South Lyon Area Historical Society is inviting the public to attend the annual event from 10 till 4 that day at 300 Dorothy Street. Southline McHattie Park and the Witch's Hat Historical Museum and Village. The day will have activities, demonstrations, and entertainment, including model trains, a craft show, and an old-time band. There will also be train rides, games, and story time in the schoolhouse by the Salem Southline District Library. A silent auction is also planned, with proceeds helping to fund the Society's barn relocation project. You'll find details about Depot Day at mikeandjohnpodcast.com. And that's what's going on.
In news, brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton, Brighton's preeminent jewelry store with a commitment to customer service, community involvement, honesty, professionalism, and of course, exquisite merchandise. Stop by and see Mark and Barb. They pride themselves on offering something special for everyone. They recognize that customer satisfaction is the sole purpose of their business, offering a unique mix of exceptional quality jewelry and value, all in an engaging environment. And of course, they've got the big Greetings from Brighton mural on the side of the building. And they've got postcards too, just in case you want to send one to somebody out of state, out of the country. Go for it. So whether you're looking for something custom designed or the latest designs from Simon G. or Zagani, Cooper and Binkley Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Brighton, your first and last stop for that perfect one-of-a-kind keepsake. CooperandBinkleyJewelers.com online. Scan through the answers from last night's trivia question.
Right.
TNT.
24% of women say they find a guy with this is more sexier than a guy without it. What is it?
Mike and John got it going on gear. Of course.
A basement podcast. No.
By the way, follow us upon us. And if you go to mikeandjohnpodcast.com, you'll find the merch section, in which you can get a nice campfire sweatshirt, a hoodie.
Yeah.
Get ready for the cooler temperatures with your Mike and John gear. The merch store at mikeandjohnpodcast.com.
Right.
I suppose you want the answer from last night's trivia now. Let's see. We'll take a look at some of the guesses.
Yes.
Because I don't think we did not get a rating.
I saw our own Susan, a.k.a. Cougar, or Cougar, a.k.a. Susan. Which would it be? Is it Susan, a.k.a. Cougar?
She's Susan,
or Cougar,
also known as Cougar.
A.k.a. Susan. But we know her as Cougar. Well,
don't confuse it.
I'm very confused.
What did
she said a guitar.
A guitar. Guys with guitars.
So
Sexy.
obviously she has a guitar. She'd like to see a guy with a guitar.
A guy with a guitar. Even if you can't play it, just walk around with a guitar.
Sure, just
I could
slung on your back.
Yeah, well, you got to have it slung.
I got the old axe here.
Every now you go to act like you're going to play,
right.
and you say, oh, interrupted, got to do something
I'm
else.
sorry,
Yeah.
Oh, fingers jammed up.
Yeah. A mustache. Too bad you got rid of that, huh?
Damn it.
You blew it.
Dang it.
Motorcycle. Too bad I sold that.
Yeah.
A cat.
Well,
a dad bod.
I suppose if you're a cat lover,
yeah.
I'd like to see another.
Well, I think it's what was that? Cat sitters are one of our followers.
Right. There's some cat sitting service that's following us. Diana said a foreign accent, British or Australian. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Diana.
What's up?
Am I sexy now?
It's a cross between Davy Jones and Austin
I don't know
Powers.
what the hell it is. Yeah, you're right. That's a good description.
Because I'm short.
Yeah.
Wealthy and old parents.
Well, honesty.
Yeah, why not? A great smile. Humility.
Our friend Elizabeth said GPS. She goes, LOL. Ask for directions.
Julie says, I wish the answer was integrity.
Well,
you wish some guys had integrity. Yeah. A truck, a child, a job.
One who could sing me to sleep. That's a little weird. I mean, to each their own. I'm just
let's say, if you're a kid,
right? I'm just saying.
Tattoo, a pretty popular guess. A beard, popular. Yeah. A nice vehicle, not a clunker.
Come on, that 74 Cutlass ain't cutting it.
Nothing worth. Yeah. Old Cutlass. Compassion, says Tanya. Money, says Debbie. Teeth. That's a good one. I think more than 24% would think a guy with teeth is more attractive than one without. Yeah. Well, but hey, you never know.
You got to start somewhere. Okay.
Chest hair, sense of humor, goatee. Let's see. Anything else that's a bald head or facial hair.
Oh, well. Whatever. But not the correct answer.
No right answer.
None of those are right.
Do we do the holdover, or do we give the answer and give a whole new question for a chance?
I think we give the answer, and then we'll hold over the gift certificate till tomorrow and put up a new question. Don't you think?
Well, if you want to make my job harder, sure.
No.
Okay, I'll come up with a
You
new
have to
question
do
for.
something.
I do have to do something
All right.
around here.
So,
Yeah, the answer was a scar on his face. A scar on his face.
see, I don't know.
Is it from a fight or is it from acne when he was a teenager?
Well, if you could, that's what you say. Oh yeah, knife fight.
No.
And you're like, really? It
Yeah.
was acting.
Well, you look tougher. You know, it's certainly a tough guy kind of thing.
Well, that depends. I mean, if you have like a, thing across your face, like okay, a little much.
Couple of the eye, something like that.
I don't know. A scar. Was it specifically a facial scar?
It says a scar on his face was
Yeah.
the answer. 24% of women.
See, I can see like a scar, like on your arm or your leg. I got this working on a car or building something, some manly activity. On your face, though.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I guess it's got to be a nicely placed scar, maybe a little scar above the eye,
Okay.
something like that.
It's got to be nicely placed.
Across the. I don't know.
Right,
on the
right.
chin. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not one of the 20% of women.
I understand.
They answered the survey, not me.
Right.
I just put it out there.
Yes, you did.
All right. That was our answer from
All
last
right.
night.
So no correct answer, and we'll have a new question.
When are we supposed to call this?
Let's
guy?
call him now.
You wanna call him
We
right
got
now?
a message from our friend Glenn
All right.
about a guy named Cletus.
A message from Glenn about a guy named Cletus.
Yeah, it's 2N Glenn.
Okay. Are you sure he has 2 ends?
And I think so. And
All right. First, I want to make sure I got the right number. Is that the right number?
I'm assuming.
That's, I think, what you told me. So I guess we'll find out.
Yes, we will find out.
The guy's name is Cletus.
That's what we were told.
I didn't think
He has an
anybody
interesting occupation.
I didn't think they named anybody Cletus anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Hello?
Squirrel Training, can I help you?
Is this Cletus?
This is Cletus McDuff. What can I do for you this morning?
Well, Cletus, this is Mike and John from Mike and John Got It Going On the podcast.
Well, hello.
Hi, our friend Glenn told us about you and said you actually train squirrels to become pets.
Yeah, well, we here at the Squirrel Ranch, we take wild squirrels and we domesticate them into household pets. And the way we do that is we import these Brazil nuts from Costa Rica that's infused with that marijuana stuff. And I'll tell you what, it just mellows them squirrels out and they make the best.
Yeah, because they're usually darting across the road.
Right.
So you're importing nuts from Brazil
That have pot in them.
No. The nuts is imported from Costa Rica.
Oh, from
But
Costa Rica.
they're Brazil nuts from Costa
that's right.
Rica,
Okay.
and they have pot dust on them or something.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, my only problem is trying to keep my sister Mary out of the squirrel food.
Okay. That would be a problem.
So how long does it take to train the average squirrel?
Yeah. What's involved?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, usually a couple of weeks of us working with them, we keep them pretty well fed with them nuts, and once they finally realize that they can come out of their cages and interact with this, and it's pretty good. Like I say, they become household pets pretty easy. Did you guys see us on Shark Tank?
No, I missed that episode. Did they invest?
Well, yeah, we was on Shark Tank, and it's how I can tell you. I know it costs $89 to clean an Armani suit.
Okay.
We was in the backstage there. We were setting up. It ain't nothing like when you look on TV.
Yeah.
Right.
I was there and I was holding one of the squirrels and somebody dropped something behind me and that poor little squirrel got scared, ran right up Mr. Wonderful's pant leg.
Oh,
Oh,
no, yeah.
wow.
I bet he liked that.
It was our Armani suit after that.
No, that's a shame.
So let's get back to it. Like if John and I wanted a podcast squirrel
Yeah,
pet,
a mascot.
yeah. What did we have to do on our end to keep this domesticated? This
Right.
squirrel domesticated.
I mean, once you train it,
Yeah.
how do we then keep it?
We sell the Brazil nuts from Costa Rica right here on the ranch.
It sounds to me like if you run out of nuts, you're screwed.
Well, they do get a little squirrely if you don't feed them.
So, are they more dog-like or cat-like when they're domesticated?
Well, I would call them more gopher-like, but they're kind of a mixture between a big guinea pig and
Okay.
Okay.
Now, do you, as a squirrel pet owner, do I take them for walks?
Yeah.
I mean,
throw them on a leash.
Yeah.
Or?
We do put them on a leash once in a while, and they walk down the street, and as long as there's no big eagles or nothing flying around, they're usually pretty safe.
Well, I guess you might have to fight with the eagle if I hold on to your leash.
Now let's just say, for example, and I don't know if this has ever happened when you're walking your squirrel, but let's just say one of the squirrel's brethren didn't quite make it across the street, and there he is laying in the street.
Flat.
No longer with it.
Right.
Yeah. How does the squirrel react?
Yeah. Does he
notice?
We haven't across that yet, but I would assume he'd be fairly sad.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
like
sure.
it's all your brothers looking over. Since I am a squirrel expert, I can explain why them squirrels do that.
Right. Yeah, it's always very frustrating.
Like that because they're considered suicidal squirrels.
Maybe they need some counseling.
Just pine tree sap dysphoria.
Oh, that's a shame. Wow. Well, you've diagnosed this apparently.
Well, yeah, after all my years of working with them, I did kind of figure it out. They get that pine sap on their feet, and it just drives them
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And that's why they need some of that pot-infused Brazil nuts from Costa Rica.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That mellows them.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. I think isn't that like catnip?
It's like squirrel nip. It's squirrel nip.
So how long have you been doing this, and how did you get into squirrel training?
Yeah, really.
I mean, they have a squirrel ranch.
We had a squirrel in our attic, and we couldn't get rid of it. And it ran across my sister Mary's stash one day, and we noticed that after it got done munching on all that stuff, that we just picked it up and played with it, and that became the first pet.
So you got a squirrel stoned and said, "Wait a minute."
Well, I didn't.
No, of course not. I didn't mean to say you did.
Well, now that you're getting the imported nuts from Costa Rica, I think you're kind of an influencer in that respect.
Okay.
Well, could be. We probably got 200 squirrels across the county here that are out in homes. And
that you placed.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So do you name them before you send them out to new homes, or?
Well, we typically try not to name them because then we get too attached to them.
Yeah.
And we got enough squirrelies around here that we don't need to have any extra ones.
Yeah.
I would imagine when you have that many squirrels, it's kind of hard to keep track of who's who anyway.
Kinda look the same.
Yeah. I mean,
So.
Well, they do kind of all look alike, but once in a while you do get the unique personalities. And
right, then you know.
Yeah.
All right.
One final question before we let you go, Cletus. Can you house train them so they either do they go like in kitty litter, or do you have to let them out like a dog?
Great question.
Well, they are litter box trained. That's probably the only thing you do got in common with the cats.
Yeah.
The problem is that sometimes when they do the litter box, they do jump in it, and they're so happy they spread it all over the house.
No, that's not good. No, you don't want that.
Other than that, they're pretty self-sufficient.
So, other than having a stone squirrel in your house.
Have they ever had too many nuts and kind of freaked out?
Yeah.
Well, we haven't had one freak out on us yet.
Okay. Just mellow.
We
That's
try to
good.
limit it, like I say. It's just it's all in the nuts.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I have heard that through the years. It's all in the nuts. That really should be your tagline, Cletus.
It is, and we can say we got it right on our logo.
All right, there you go.
All in the nuts.
Well, that's very interesting.
All right. Well, this has been an interesting discussion, Cletus. We appreciate you joining us there from the Squirrel Ranch.
But you guys take care. If
All right.
you ever want that mascot, you just let us know.
All right, well, hey, but just real quick, how much does it cost? I mean, what's the approximate cost?
Your typical squirrel's around $200, and then the nuts are $80 a month.
I can see your business model here. I get it. Okay.
Now, do we have to get a squirrel from you, or can we catch a squirrel and bring it to you?
Like, can we just buy the pot-dusted Brazil nuts from Costa Rica?
Squirrel, we'll domesticate it for you.
Okay.
Okay.
And you said it takes a couple weeks.
Yeah, at least a couple weeks. And like I say, It's just,
If they all look the same, how do we know we're getting the right squirrel back?
Right.
I could look into chipping them, I guess.
Okay. Chip
Some kind of
squirrels.
tag.
Yeah,
or
something.
tip.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
all right.
Okay.
All right. Well, Cletus, thanks again. We appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, you call the Squirrel Ranch anytime.
All right.
Buddy. Thanks for joining us today.
Yep.
All right. Cletus McDuff, local squirrel trainer.
Yeah, well.
How about that?
You meet some
Ranch.
very interesting people.
Yeah, you certainly
and,
do.
And he's one there with the Brazil nuts from Costa Rica.
Sure.
Which I did look up, and Costa Rica is actually, that's one of their biggest imports.
Brazil nuts?
Yeah.
But are they pot infused?
No, I think probably
they
that
have
happens
to do
here.
that
That's
in
an
Europe.
end user
I
thing.
see.
That happens here on this end of the
That's domesticated.
of the supply chain.
We like to keep it here in the
That's
States.
That's right. That's right.
We don't want no
D-
foreign pot.
Dusted in the USA.
There you go.
All right. So, all right.
All right.
Interesting
Well,
stuff.
yeah. All right. Anything else we have going on today?
Well, we should remind folks about
getting
Firehouse Doors.
Yes, we should.
Yes,
remind
we
them
should.
about that, John King.
Right.
If you've got a squirrel in your garage,
Well,
and once you get them out,
Right.
you want to shut that door. So you need a garage door that works properly.
absolutely you do. And Firehouse Doors is the place to call.
Exactly. You got to let that sink in.
That's
for a second
right.
there. You don't want some pot-infused squirrel
No,
running
not
around
at
your
all.
garage.
They have been serving Livingston County residents for the past 24 years. I wonder when their 25th anniversary is going to be. It's got to be coming up soon.
It certainly does.
So I'm gonna find out. But for more than 24 years, for almost 25
A
years,
quarter of a decade, they say.
well, a century.
Century. Yes, a quarter of a decade would just.
That would just be 2.5 years. That's like, well, I mean, that's okay, but
Sure,
I don't
they've been
wanna-
doing a lot
I
longer.
mean, I don't know how long Cletus has been training squirrels, but anyway, they're family owned, of course, veteran owned. Mike, a proud U.S. Air Force veteran, and they're your one-stop shop for residential, commercial, and rolling steel overhead door needs for the past 21 years. Firehouse Doors has been Livingston County's only authorized distributor for CHI overhead doors. Call them today. Firehouse Doors, 810-599-7480.
And when we find out when the 25th anniversary is,
Oh, God, the party is going to be amazing.
then we have to change the 21 years to 22
That's true.
for the CHI
We'll update.
overhead
We'll
doors.
update all the
We're
numbers.
pretty close to that.
Right,
Yes.
but that 25th anniversary party,
Look out.
off the hook.
It's gonna be garage doors going up and down, lights flickering in the garage.
I hear they're
It'll be
gonna
like a
they're gonna
strobe light.
they're gonna fly us to Disney.
Is that what they're gonna?
That's what I hear.
Is that all right?
Yeah, they're gonna rent out Tinkerbell's castle and we're gonna do the show from there.
No, we're not.
Yo, yeah, no, they
No,
are.
we're not.
Yo, they are. That's what I heard.
I'm just gonna put you on the "It's a Small World" ride and
Hey,
leave.
don't knock It's a Small World. All right. I mean, the music is annoying as hell. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: you get to sit down and it's air conditioned. And when you're there with little
I
kids,
guess that would
you know,
be-
every now and then you're like, you know what? I think it's time for It's a Small World because I want to sit down and I'm hot.
Bring your plug.
Bring your earplugs. They can sing it all day long.
They should
Yeah,
sell
it's a good nap.
earplugs
You know, it's a good,
right at the line.
absolutely for the adults.
All
right.
2-cent history lesson for
Yes,
today.
it's about
August
time.
10th. It's National S'mores Day. It's also Lazy Day. If you have enough s'mores, you'll be lazy.
You know, when did s'mores come around?
They haven't come around yet.
I mean, but when did
I've
they
been
when did
trying
they
to-
get invented?
I don't know. Whenever marshmallows were,
I mean, I just wonder
because what came first, the marshmallow
because I
or
remember
the graham crackers?
neighbors of ours had a cabin up north, and then probably in 1977 they took me up there with their family,
And they said, "Hey,"
and they made s'mores, and I was like, it was like a light shone down from heaven. Ah!
Wow.
And I'd never heard of them before then.
Never heard of s'mores before
Yeah.
'77.
Yeah. So I didn't know if that was like that
I'm
was
not sure.
Just what's curious.
We'll have to get the team on.
We'll have to
that.
get some more history. Okay.
It's National Spoil Your Dog Day, which
apparent-
is just about every day.
By the way, apparently,
They were invented in 1977
no.
in a cabin in the woods where John went with his neighbors.
absolutely no, early 1920s. Apparently,
There you go.
they showed up in a cookbook. All right, I'm sorry.
So they're almost a century old.
Yeah,
Or maybe a little over.
yeah, they could be.
Well, how about that?
Well, you know what? As part of our 25th anniversary celebration with Firehouse Doors, we're going to celebrate s'mores too.
S'mores and doors.
S'mores.
We'll call that thing.
We call it the S'mores and Doors party. You know what? We'll have a bunch of shirts printed up.
No, we won't. It was
Okay.
on this day in 1846.
Yes.
Congress established the Smithsonian Institution.
Oh.
Smithsonian. Let's build a building to put old crap in and call it an institution,
Well, I wouldn't consider
said
it
Mr.
crap.
Smith.
I mean, some crap is better than others, but actually, I think his name was Smithson.
Smithson.
He was an Englishman who
Oh, yeah.
never came to the U.S. and he like left all his money
He
to
said, "Hey."
start this thing.
Well, what are we going to do with all this guy's money?
I'm sure his family's like, "Hey,
Let's put Archie Bunker's chair in there.
well, it's there.
Fonzie's jacket.
It's there too."
Mike and John's first podcast.
Well, we're waiting on that.
The motion picture projector in 1869 was patented by O.B. Brown.
Good old
O.B. O.B.
Advance the film strip.
Boop. 1885, Leo Daft started running America's first electric streetcar. Baltimore, Maryland. I don't think I've ever been on a streetcar.
Never? Not if you don't like Greenfield Village?
I can't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah.
When I think of Greenfield Village, I think of rock candy and
And Confederate dollars.
and Confederate dollars.
Making beeswax candles.
I think, boy, these buildings are hot.
Hey, how come Noah Webster's cabin doesn't have AC? What's up with that?
1962, Marvel Comics superhero Spider-Man made his debut in issue 15 of Amazing Fantasy.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Michael Jackson in 1985
Spins a web.
bought the rights to the Beatles' music.
Yeah.
$47 million.
And made a lifelong friend of Paul McCartney, who said, "Hey!"
Was that before they sang together?
No, I think it was after. What year?
1985.
Yeah, it was
It
after.
was around the same time. I mean,
82, I think, is when Say and
Say.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd like to say
it
something.
was around and then
Say.
and Michael Jackson knew that Paul McCartney for years had been angling to try and get a hold of the Beatle catalog, and just swept it at the last second and said, "Thank you."
You can have the Sears catalog, Paul.
Here you go, Paul. Just order some Sansa belts, buddy.
1994, President Clinton claimed presidential immunity in asking a federal judge to dismiss, at least for the time, a sexual harassment lawsuit filed by Paula Corbin Jones, a former Arkansas state employee. Yeah, let's just set that aside, could we now? Just for a little while.
You know,
Paula got a new nose out of the deal, didn't she?
she did. She sure did.
In 2003.
And we all got the shaft. Anyway.
I think she got more than a nose out of that.
So what are you saying?
2003, Ekaterina Dmitriev and Russian cosmonaut Yuri Malenkichenko
Sure. No one's going to know.
tied the knot.
Oh. In space?
Yes,
Oh.
240 miles above Earth in the International Space Station.
All right.
It was the first ever marriage from space.
And what about that honeymoon night?
Well, you think about it. If they're floating around,
That's what I'm saying.
that would be
Some
interesting.
amazing positions. This is where my head immediately goes. What's wrong with me?
We're
What is
upside
wrong
down.
with me?
We're banging against the ceiling.
Okay, that's not right.
And finally, in 2017, a 100-year-old fruitcake was discovered in a hut
Oh, boy.
by Captain Scott's expedition in Antarctica. The fruitcake was deemed almost eatable in 2017.
Almost,
Almost,
but not
eatable.
quite.
You want to try a piece?
No. How would you know anyway? Because they all taste like crap.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's
I
your
mean,
two
I
cent
don't.
Mr. Austin for
Who likes fruitcake? I mean, like, I'm talking traditional
fruitcake that's like weighs 100 pounds
Right, exactly.
and gets heavier
The
every year.
dense, right, and it's got like little bits of cherry or whatever in there, and
You're wondering if you're going to lose a
it's like
tooth or a crown.
figs and whatever else, figs and twigs, and like, what's in this? Right. I feel like if I eat this whole thing, I'm going to start a black hole inside my body. It's like
It'll never digest.
the matter will just,
That's your 2 cent history lesson
it's
for
quite
today.
quite a lesson.
Murphy's Family Auto is hiring They're looking for office help, porter service, advisor type job. Pay is based on your skill level and experience. You want to find out more, call from Murphy's Family Auto today, 517-552-3040. We'll give you all the details, or you can stop in and apply in person.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I'm here for the gig.
And Mike and John sent me. Well, maybe don't say that. That might disqualify you. Oh my God, no, that's okay. But you can give them a call, 517-552-3040. Now, if you need your car repaired, they are open Saturdays 8 to 1, and if you bring your car in and say Mike and John sent you, that will save 5% off your bill.
Just to clarify, they're open on other days of the week.
Well, that's true
Monday
too.
to Friday,
No,
not
it's
just
not.
Saturdays.
Not just Saturdays.
They'd be like, hey, we're a part-time.
Yeah,
car
we're
repair.
very exclusive. No.
But if you want to work Saturdays from 8 to 1.
Well, but a lot of car repair places aren't open on the
That's
weekends.
true.
So they've got those Saturday hours for you, and that's convenient for you. You know, a lot of times if your car needs to be worked on overnight, you know.
Well, it's most likely to break down on the weekend.
Right,
So,
it's
or
never
Friday
convenient.
Night, then you're like, oh, now I got to wait till
They
Monday.
understand that, so they'll take care of it. Murphy's Family Auto, murphysfamilyauto.com.
All right, coming up tomorrow, it's The Less You Know
Yes.
with Rich Perlberg. Did he send us what he
No.
wanted? We'll
Usually
tell him
he
what
gets
we're
that
gonna talk
today.
about.
Yeah.
All right, we'll find out more tomorrow. We will also have another trivia question for your chance to win that $50 gift certificate from Murphy's Family Auto.
Hey.
Since we didn't get a winner today.
No, we'll carry that over.
All right.
All right.
So we got that going for us.
Mike and John got it going on.
You've been giggling with Mike and John. Tune in next time and giggle on.
We're in Australia. Completely opposite.
All right. We're post-show now.
Yes, we are. What do you got?
Nothing. Like every other post-show. I got nothing.
You know, we didn't have anything yesterday, so we need something today.
We do
for
need
post-show
something today.
content.
I
think it's a day where we venture back to the CD.
go back to
collection.
the CD collection.
Yes, the
All right.
CD.
C.
The CD collection.
Don't say the CDC because then we're gonna, we're gonna get a lot of
Angry people.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Turn that light on there.
Yeah, I don't want to bump into anything. I'm just going to grab one here.
You can grab anything. It doesn't have to just be a CD because
No.
behind there's a lot of stuff back there.
This one.
Okay,
this
you
one,
found.
boy,
Oh, that's pretty quick.
I just reached in, pulled this one
All
out
right.
without reading the side of the label or anything else.
Okay.
This is James Galway Mozart. Let's get the description on why this.
Well,
is
James
the-
Galway, very famous flautist.
He's a flautist.
Flautist?
It's
I think
a
they're called
flutist.
flautists. Aren't they? Flutists? I don't know. He's,
Well, look, wait
he's
a minute.
flouting.
Here's James. Oh, I'm not sure what kind of stain is on this.
Looks like blood, actually.
So here's James hanging with the gang.
James and the
They're-
gang?
they're
It's
talk-
the James gang!
They're talking flutes. Hey.
No, you're going to say, I like a variety of music. So, yes, I'm a rock and roll guy, but I
Obviously.
like classical.
You like some flute.
Oh, hell yeah, I love me some flute.
Yeah.
My very
What-
first
what's your-
rock concert was Jethro Tull, buddy.
Oh, I see.
That's
This
where you
is like-
fuse that all together.
Oh yeah. So what's your favorite song? on
First
this
track
thing?
on there.
Oh, track
Oh,
one.
track one, clearly.
What's the name of that?
It's
track?
called track one.
Track.
Give me this. It's
concert.
the concerto for
The
number
concerto.
one for flute and orchestra. That's the K.313.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
little Mozart.
Yeah. You are very cultured.
Oh, so cultured.
I can guarantee I have no.
You know,
flute
the
music in
last
my
time I
collection.
popped this in and listened to it,
You bled to death.
my ears bled all over it. Apparently, no. To be perfectly honest with you, I have no idea how this got in there. I'm not quite sure.
You know, maybe you just needed it for meditation purposes.
You know,
think
I
I'll put it on-
probably actually. You want to know what? Here's my guess. There was a time, a long time ago, I used to DJ weddings,
Oh,
and you would need, dinner
Dinner
music.
music, sure.
This was dinner music. I'm thinking,
I just threw in Kenny G.
right?
Yeah,
But some
here's
people would
Kenny
like
G.
classical,
Oh yeah.
and so this might have been. I don't know.
It's very royal.
I have no idea.
Very regal. Yeah. Maybe they played this on the in the wedding up in space.
Oh, that's true.
See, I would have went with that. I would have made that up if I were you. Said, yeah, it's the same stuff they played in 2003 when the the Van Chenkos got married. Yeah, the Melanchenkos.
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 Is that like Mellencamp or
No, Melanchenko.
No. Oh, okay.
They're very chanky.
You think we'll have any Melanchenkos this weekend
they
at
probably
Melonfest? I'd like 2 Melanchenkos, please.
Get the ice cream.
Yeah. We have the ice cream, by the way.
Dude.
We did get
Can we have some?
Howell Melon. We could have some on the show tomorrow. Absolutely.
That'll be fun. Ice cream for breakfast.
And here's the funny thing. So yeah, they're selling Howell Melon ice cream for Howell Rotary. I think it's a fundraiser for them.
It's $9,000.
It's a little pricey, but it's worth it. It's very. I will say it's super good.
Is it Guernsey again?
And or Hudsonville, Guernsey, I forgot which one. But super good ice cream. And my daughter, who recently moved out of state, she made sure to text and go, "You're going to save some of that for me, aren't you?" So,
and we're going to drive it to you.
Even people out of, well, she's coming back for Thanksgiving, I think. So we're supposed to save this gallon.
Should have a nice crystallization going on it by then.
I know, that's right. But yes, tomorrow, look forward to that.
Yes.
Howell Melon ice cream right here. You can watch us eat it.
Only if we can use one of those little wooden spoon
I don't think
things.
I have any of those.
Didn't come with it?
No, we bought the half gallons.
Oh, we'll just use big spoons. I'd like mine in a waffle cone.
I could probably get a cone. You know what? Maybe what we do tomorrow is we get some, we put it in a cone, and then we go eat it on the courthouse lawn.
With old-timey bowler hats on.